And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Warbux show, where we talk pop culture news and other things that caught my attention. Today is What the Friday? And if you do not know what the Friday is, it's where we talk about a bunch of crazy stories that happened throughout the week. Like, check out Taylor Hall's nifty scar. He's an Edmonton Oiler that caught a skate to his face during warm-ups, and I'm sure that's going to leave a hell of a mark. And also, let's talk about this guy who got a $9.8 billion deposit into his bank account due to a bank error. Luckily, he was cool enough to say, hey, you made a mistake, because there have been plenty other people that have done this, and they've gone right to jail. Let's get on with the show! Our first story, hey, Pennsylvania, you're starting to be like Florida. Let's give it up for these two people. They decided to damage up this car. Could be an enemy, but they decided to use flaming tampons. Can we go a week without talking about any kind of tampon-related issues? Seriously, people. So what they decided to do was jam tampons into this car's gas tank and light them on fire. A witness spotted them, and these two actually posted the $25,000 bond to get out of jail. Flaming tampons, really? Now let's move into some quick news. Oh, Florida. This time it has to deal with an 11-year-old. He set 2 fires inside of Coral Springs Kohl's. What he did was grab these women's clothing, doused them in lighter fluid, set them on fire, and caused over $1 million in damage. He was caught by surveillance tapes. He's being arrested, and hopefully he'll be able to go through this juvenile program to help save him. And I hope he doesn't have any matches near him for the rest of his life, or decide to go into a women's department. And let's give it up for another story from Pennsylvania. There was a man that walked into this casino parlor, and he wanted to rob the place. So how did he rob it? He went around touching the walls, touching the games, and he said, you know what? I have MRSA. So if you don't give me the money, everybody in here is going to get a staph infection. Amazingly enough, the guy has been arrested, and he has a hearing set for February 1st. Let's talk about our stupid drug user of the week. Let's talk about Suzanne Basham. She called the police because she tried to buy coke off of her one dealer. She got home and realized that it was sugar. So she calls the cops and says, hey, my drug dealer sold me sugar and I would like a refund from this guy, so are you able to get that for me? The cops ended up arresting her and the drug dealer. The guy got arrested for selling coke, and she got busted just for having drug paraphernalia because cops found a crack pipe. God, you drug users are getting more stupid every week. These are the effects of drugs. Moving on, let's talk about Kelly Rodriguez. Her and her 2 daughters, her sister-in-law, and 3 nieces all went to the taping of some Disney show called Good Luck Charlie. And during the warm-up performance, comedian Ron Pearson was there, and he decided to get the audience involved by everyone doing the YMCA dance. So while everyone's doing this dance, Ron Pearson comes up behind Kelly and starts spanking her. Now Kelly is suing Disney because of embarrassment, and then she's also complaining that Ron went up to her and was like, hey, why don't you give me a kiss on the cheek? And when she went to do it, he turned his head and he kissed her on the lips. And therefore, her kids became confused and they were like, why is that man kissing you? I can agree with this lady. This shouldn't have happened. But at the same time, he's a comedian. And anytime you're around a comedian, you are actually setting yourself up to who knows what. You didn't have to get up on that stage. I'm sure he didn't hold a gun to your head and was like, let's go do the YMCA dance now. So we'll see what happens with this case. All right, let's move on to some regular stories now. Let's talk about Chad O'Deffy. He has been with his girlfriend for around 10 years. And then his girlfriend, Serena, ended up getting into a car accident and she died. So at this funeral, Chad decided that he wanted to marry her as well. So it was a combined funeral wedding. And he goes on to say, you never know what's going to happen in life. These two were both so busy in life that they didn't have time to get married. So in order to honor her, he felt that it was only right to marry her. So what do you guys think about this? Do you feel that he's honoring her? Or do you feel that it's kind of creepy? I mean, it's not like he's a necrophiliac. It's not like he's pounding her. He decided to marry her because he missed out in real life. Would you marry your dead significant other at a funeral? Let me know, because it's just kind of weird. And I understand where his heart is at, but remember, you're marrying your dead girlfriend. Let me know your thoughts. And our final story of the day, let's talk about MegaUpload. Now, if you don't know, this was a huge file sharing site that people used for good and unfortunately people used for bad. Now, I have used MegaUpload in the past. I used it for good. Don't worry. But yesterday, the justice system decided to take down this site due to all the copyright infringement that is posted on this site. There were movies, TV shows, music, and this site is probably one of the reasons why SOPA wanted to be started. Now, MegaUpload is sponsored by a lot of top-notch people. The CEO is rapper, producer Swizz Beatz. The site's also endorsed by Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Floyd Mayweather. And yes, this site can be used for a lot of good. Transfer huge files in. Obviously, you can't email to somebody. So also, Annonymous took to the internet yesterday, and they were shutting down government websites. They were shutting down the Universal Music sites, the MPAA sites, all in this protest of MegaUpload going down. Now, I don't really think that's probably the best idea that you should do, considering you are messing with government websites and other popular websites. So let me know your thoughts. Do you feel that MegaUpload should have came down? And now that it is down, what sites are you going to use? But 4 people have been arrested, and the co-founder was found in his panic room with a sawed-off shotgun. It's just all kinds of crazy. So I'm giving you 4 links to check out on this story, along with everything else we've talked about today. They are in the description below. Alright guys, that's going to be today's show. There's plenty of questions for you to comment on, so go ahead and do that. And please like this video. Don't forget to put it in your favorites, and don't forget to share it along all your websites because, hey, it only helps out the show. And you guys have a great weekend. What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe so? But anyways, hey, you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you back here on Tuesday. We'll see you then, guys.